Greetings, we're having a look at the book Les Peintres de l'Égypte ancienne, which means the painters of ancient Egypt. We are at page 115. This is from the tomb of Djehuty. Now, there are quite a fair bit of glyphs that we can identify. Those who take the classes should recognize this glyph right here. But let's move to the next column. Now we do have the tongue, which actually stands as an abbreviation for another word, because the tongue is a biliteral ness, transliterated with the N and the S. But here stands as an abbreviation for what we will call or pronounce imi. Well, actually, some people imir, as a matter of fact. Some people may pronounce it imira because we do have the aleph in parentheses. But, let's make it simple. So, Emir Per. Then we do have the ibis bird. And just yesterday, with a good sister out of England, we went through this. Now, it is more specifically a white ibis bird, and indeed the body is white. However, the head area has a different color, kind of bluish or grayish. Now, we can have the ibis bird by itself, or we can have it on the standard. Like I told the sister, from my observation, most of the time, on original artifacts, we do have the ibis bird on the standard. And then we have the two phonetic complement, we have the loaf of bread, and we have the two lines. Many times you may see the two lines in an oblique shape, but sometimes they appear straight. Now, we do have the flagpole or hatchet, according to some other people, but this is a Gardner reference R8, if I'm not mistaken. This is a triliteral that we use a lot when we talk about the name of this ancient language. Next glyph is a hemglyph, and this one stands for tep. Some people may pronounce it tepi. Now, remember, when you read this, and this is read from right to left, you do have a honorific inversion. Some people call it honorific transposition. Then you have the report of water, which stands for of, O-F. And then here, if you cannot read that name, then you're going to make me sad. I want you to make me proud. This is the relief, the Senate game, and the report of water. So, feel free to practice. Feel free to write in a comment either the transliteration or, if you want, the transliteration. And if you feel thorough, then feel free to type in both. There is a brother who's very familiar with the Meta-Nature, and every now and then he's been typing the transliteration and the translation. He's very skilled with the Meta-Nature. Now, then we do have the hoe or plow, hoe, H-O-E. Now, usually you do have a line that goes here like that. It doesn't appear there. Maybe it was damaged over time. I don't know. It doesn't really look like it too much. But anyway, so you do have Mary here. And another combination that we have seen with the sister yesterday during our class. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. This is I use the term block. But I think, if I remember correctly, they call it the base of a statue. I mean, they describe it as such, Well, at least Claude Obzormer, PhD in Egyptology. This is among the classification of glyphs that starts with AA. That's really unclassified glyphs. They're not necessarily sure what they are. But anyway. Then we have the triliteral Cheru. So we do have Ma'acheru, and you should be able to translate that. Now, I won't be too long for the rest because it's been already 4 minutes. But we do have the same name that we have read earlier. The report of water appears less. Well, it is on the standard also, but that part has been damaged. But here you have the standard. So this is again the ibis bird. You have the phonetic complement of the loaf of bread, and here it looks like we do have also the phonetic complement of the two lines. We have ma'acheru again. Now you should know that word. This is the virtue, not the aleph virtue, but the virtue that has an arched back with the phonetic complement that sometimes appears, well, many times actually appears at the front, so it can all fit in that invisible block or invisible square. The horned viper here serves as a suffix pronoun, so you should know how to translate this combination. But we do have this glyph here, which is a water canal that has the phonetic value mer, transliterated mr, but many times it's an abbreviation for meri, for example. So we do have the loaf of bread because this word is feminine, you see. So this way here, mut f, meret f, or merit f, you should know how to translate it. The word order. Hey, doucement là. Descends. Okay, the word order is not the same as it would be in English, but that's how it works when you go from one language to the next. And then finally, we do have the ibis bird on the standard, but this time without any phonetic complements. So there you go. Very nice painting, you see. I wish we would have the dates in the descriptions, but you can never have it all, you know. So for those who wonder, I've been giving Medunature classes or hieroglyphic classes. It is $10 for 1 hour private class. Some charge $50 for an hour class. Others charge up to $60 for an hour class. So my classes are affordable, and it's not an obligation. It's just for those who are interested. You do have my email address in the description of the video, so feel free to just copy and paste it to avoid making any mistakes, and contact me if you are interested and give me your availability. Send me the days and the times where you will be available, and then we can get this thing cracking. All right. In the meantime, I recommend that you do watch the video entitled Kemet and Maat before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. There's another one that is worthy of watching, and it is entitled Deception of Asiatic Black Men. And finally, another one which is less entertaining but very informative. It is entitled White Semites Black Awakening, because the Semites were not black. This was an inaccurate information that has been shared for a long time. It is not factual at all, and I'm demonstrating that with archaeological documents, with artifacts, you see. So many people have been lying to you. Some people have been saying inaccurate information because they didn't know any better. But many people now do know better, but they are still pushing the lies because their belief system is their breadwinner, you see, and they put money over truth. So stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the Necheru, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Do I to do a Necheru? Hotep.